Hey everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I was just doing a union read and I decided to do the oracle cards separately from that for people who may not want to watch both. And so I'm going to start with the Ascension deck. Okay, so take a deep breath. This is for the union, for the masculine and feminine twin flames. Take a deep breath. So anything that comes up from the read, I'll let you know while I'm pulling these cards if energy comes up. And we're going to ask again Jesus and Mary Magdalene to help us out with this stuff. For today is March 5th, 2019. For everyone watching, in the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? This is from Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Please give us your guidance. What do we need to know? Okay, I got one from each. Lord Maitreya is at the bottom, which is number 30. 30 is the union number, the Four of Wands. The affirmation is I connect with the Great White Brotherhood and radiate pure white light today. Okay, so you might want to use white light today. The cards that came out for you guys were Lord Kamika, number 42. It was just 121. 21's completion and the Magician. Lord Kamika 42 is the Two of Cups. And then we also have nature, which is number 3, the Empress. And also 3 is of self-expression coming together. Kamika says that Kamika came from another universe to set the conditions for the golden age of Atlantis with Archangel Metatron. He has returned to be Koan of the 8th ray, and 8-8 came up in the read today. He has returned to be Koan of the 8th ray, a soul ray of purification. I was getting that today, the soul ray. What was I listening to? That's got to come up for me. Oh. My sister sent me a psoas muscle release, if anyone's interested, because as a yoga instructor who's doing it on YouTube, there's lots of people who can show you psoas release, but this one she really liked. It causes involuntary shaking of the legs because the psoas muscle releases. It stresses the muscle, the exercises she has you do, and then at the end you basically are involuntarily shaking due to the release of the stress that a lot of emotions are stored in that psoas muscle. It's called the muscle of the soul. So I thought you might think that's important because I'm going to actually do the routine too. Once I try it, I'll let you know how it goes. When you receive this card, let's see. Okay, so the soul ray of purification, enlightenment, and communication. When you receive this card, you're on a quest for enlightenment. Your guidance is to breathe Kamika's blue topaz light into your aura, and that came up in the read for the masculine. He's right, the intellectual, the one who speaks very clearly. That light the blue was coming up for him today. So your guidance is to breathe Kamika's blue topaz light into your aura, expand your attitudes to one of unconditional love, acceptance of others, and personal responsibility for your own issues and your own pain. Kamika will open new doors for you and guide your footsteps toward enlightenment and ascension. The affirmation is, I call on Lord Kamika to enlighten and support me. Okay, nature says, the nature kingdom was created from the heart of God. The 9th dimensional master Pan directs the elemental beings that support nature with Archangel Perlimiak, angel of nature. Lovingly holds and protects nature as it energizes you, raises your frequency, and purifies and heals you. Your guidance is to honor nature's beauty and life force. If possible, go out to the meadows, the forests, the mountains, the lakes or rivers, and let nature recharge. Rewind. That came up in the read. Balance and heal you. Okay, so spring is coming up, so it's reminding you all of the wonderful ways that you can heal yourself. A love of and respect of nature is essential for your ascension and that of the planet. The affirmation is, I thank, bless, and love the entire nature kingdom. Okay, so with spring coming up here, we have the Two of Cups and the Empress. It's about your connection, your one-on-one connection with nature, and to use it to heal you, and Spirit's connecting with me very strongly right now. All right, let's see what comes up from the past life deck. So again, in the read, what came up is that love and nature are really the only, protectance you need, because once you surround yourself in that aura of love and use nature, that's why nature grows around all the wires and everything, is to protect you. That's really all the protecting you need. You know, once you learn how to keep your vibration high, okay? Because obviously when your vibration drops, you may need to put up more protection around you because you don't have that constant love around you. Take another deep breath for this past life deck. All right, so again, this is March 5th, 2019, to Jesus and Mary Magdalene, for everyone watching in the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? What is our guidance? Oh, perfect. Okay, the arch is the bottom of the deck reversed. So the first thing I was getting is stop trying to pluck the other's heartstrings, okay? Because that's manipulation. You know, we're all guilty of that. To clear any hooks in your life, attachments, polarities. You know, ebony and ivory is coming up with the keys. Oh boy, I was getting the red violin. If you haven't seen the red violin, watch it. It's about how, I can't tell you specifically because I'll ruin the movie for you, but watch it. It's really about how someone's emotions, even in death, can be stored in something and carried with them for, you know, and carry on for generations with other people. So that was definitely coming up. To let go of your wounds. It's just reiterating that. So the cards that came out for you guys were 2 and 2 for Jesus and Mary Magdalene. So Farm and Atlantis came up, both reversed. Alright, so it's coming up because of nature, because they want you to protect the land and the waters, to keep them clean, to purify them with your energies. And the horses are coming up in the dolphins, and other fish. The fish you get trapped in oil are coming up as well. Oil rigs and the things, and the pollution of the oceans, like, you know, it's coming up with, you know, there's a pillar here that's fallen into the ocean, okay, which is a pollutant to their waters. But also there are amazing finds down there, because now we're taking it back to Atlantis. There are things to find in the ocean, but even more important, to keep them clean. Allow the light in. Even the dolphins need the light. The pollutants darken the waters. And of course the farm animals, and even the pesticides, you know, even if they're not sprayed where the horses graze, but or are they? You know, the wind carries all that stuff, so maybe poisoning them as well. So to take care of your horses. And your asses. I'm saying the donkeys are being left out, okay? I'm getting Flipper, the show, which I haven't seen it in forever. But I'm getting the song from Flipper. And then I'm getting Doris Day. Whatever will be, will be. The future is ours to see. Que sera, sera. Alright, so it's like with the dolphins, they're swimming in the light, they're so free and happy. Whatever will be, that even if you pollute the oceans and all the animals die, what will be will be. There's nothing, you know, the dolphins know that. There's nothing they can do. They can only do what they can do. But they need the humans to stop polluting the water. And Spirit's connecting with me. And of course, whatever, it's always a chain reaction. So however we treat them, because they're us, is going to come back to us in a negative way. And the same on the farm, to treat your animals well. These horses look very sad and not well taken care of. They look like, you know, like they don't have much energy and not able to find the food that they want. To make sure you water your grass and keep it healthy. That nature is your stability. Okay. And the other one came up is vows and communal living. So vows is reverse. So break vows that are no longer for your highest good always. It's also about communal living and children and needing to disconnect from your children. Your children have a separate contract from you. Your vow was to be a guide to your children, to protect them when they're young. And of course there's always a tapering off here as they grow older. But you did not vow to take care of your children for the rest of your life. You vowed to love them and honor them and care for them when they couldn't care for themselves. But as they grow up, you have to set them free to take their own journey and learn their own lessons. And if they don't want to, if they don't believe in the same beliefs that you and their mother have, or one or the other, you have to allow them to be free to make their own decisions and choose their own beliefs. To allow them to break vows with the community. They have to be authentic to themselves. Don't put up a wall between you. Just because they don't agree with everything you say or agree, or they may believe in something different than you, doesn't mean you should put a wall between you. Doesn't mean you should block them out of the family. Okay, those are the old way of doing things is 12-12 that needs to be stopped. We're all one. If you have a religion that believes in one God, how can you even believe for a second that you should block someone out of your family for them having their own ideas of what God is? It doesn't make sense, especially with your children. Why would you abandon your children that way? Just because the community thinks things should be done a certain way doesn't mean that that's true, and it doesn't mean that your kids should have to follow those rules. Each person, each individual, even you and your spouse, you may not see eye to eye anymore. You may have gotten married to the person you shouldn't have been married to. And your kids will get that. You're teaching your kids whatever you live with. There's nothing wrong with communal living. It's about living in oneness and being unconditional love to each other, accepting different views on things, and allowing each person to be authentic to themselves. So important. And this is coming from Mary Magdalene, who was basically exiled, you know, for who she was. I'm getting to, you know, we're also hung up on doing what's best for the children, but sometimes children can be really bad and do bad things to people. So, you know, they need to pay the price for the things they've done as well. You have to, and it's not like you're giving them karma back. The universe naturally takes care of that, all right? So continue to love them, but don't feed into their bad behavior. You know, don't spoil them when they've done something wrong, but don't yell at them and beat them either. You know, you should be neutral in the situation. Have a calm talk with them about what they've done wrong, so make sure they understand. And this should be something that's going on from birth, so that they never go down the wrong path. Okay? If you're always open and honest with your children and loving, then they will be too. Okay? As long as you're being truthful. If you're being loving and inauthentic, that's why, you know, kids end up learning the wrong lesson. You contradict yourself, and they feel the energies, even though you may have never spoken. They always feel the opposite energy of what you're telling them. So whatever energy you're putting off, the kids feel it, and that's what messes them up. They get confused. So that was the message there. And now we're going to pull from the Journey of Love. Okay. Take another deep breath. Clear and align. 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 All right. So again, this is March 5th, 2019. For everyone watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. From Mary and Jesus, what is it we need to know? What is it we need to learn? What is your guidance for us? The bottom of the deck is She is the Moon, number 21, which is showing completion again, which we were getting in the read today. Okay. A bunch of cards came out for numbers. I've been getting that on a consistent basis now. They'll give me a lot of cards to give me a number. 1, 2, 3. I have 2, 3, and 3. So I have 8 cards. So 8's coming up to confirm 8-8, because 8-8s were coming up big time as Lionsgate and the Colosseum. When you stay present and you're one with nature, when you go out into the lion's den or into the Colosseum, the lions are one with you. They're not intimidated by you, so they don't attack. You know, that's an extreme example, but this is the point. Lionsgate. If you can go out there and be with all those people that you normally don't get along with very well, and you can master that, then you can master being in alignment with your twin. The 2 main cards that came up for you guys is Lovers Reversed, number 57. I'm sorry, I'm just holding them upside down. I don't do these in upright or reversed. And they actually came out upright. They're the Lovers, 57. I just put them down on the couch the wrong way. And then Dream a Little is 51. And that's the King of Swords. So it's the 3 of Swords and the King of Swords. So it really is about dreaming a little, looking up. I was getting yesterday to make sure to look up, not only look up at the skies at night to appreciate the stars and the connection, but it's also with the wounds. But you need to connect with the higher realms as well, not just looking, at the ground all day, but look up at the stars at night and look around the sun. Don't look into the sun. Obviously, you're going to hurt your eyes, but allow the sun into your eyes and the stars as well at night to dream a little. We also have the lovers literally outside looking up at the skies together. So dream a little about how you'll come together and be, and when you're in the vortex here, and when it's just me or just you, But it's the King of Swords, he's in his logical truth. But when he has a broken heart or goes into separation, he purges so that he can reset and see from a new perspective. The lover that he is. So we have 8, again, staying at 0 point, staying balanced. The other cards that came up here were Eruption of Light, number 11, which is Justice. And that always reminds me of, what's the word I can't think of? I'll come in a minute. Falling, the other black and white card in this deck. Okay, the feather, be light as a feather, the wind. Remember not to pollute the air, okay, because we talked about the ground and the water. This is bringing up not to pollute the air as well. And Heart of God, that we need to transmute those pollutants. That you walking around in nature is a natural transmuter as a twin. So you have 9 is the Heart of God, 9 is the Hermit. The Hermit is the 9. It's the collective consciousness, the wise one. It's all the same, one and the same. Falling is 14, which is the Temperance card, the angels. Right? The fallen angels. Because they're half human. They're polluted. That's what they're saying. It's funny. So allow yourself to be both dark and light. It's natural for you. Because you're a human angel. You are the wise one. You're still one. You're still all one. An eruption of light. 9, 14, and 11. Justice of the angels in isolation right now. And this was what, 6 and 3. And then the last 3 that came up were the Mother Prays, which this is very much about mantis energy. This also reminds me of works of art. So make sure you appreciate art. That's another way of grounding yourself. Yin Yang Lover comes up. That's number 8. So we have 15 and 8. 15 is the devil. 8 is the strength card, or ego. And then we have 42 again, the 2 of cups. So we're all connected. We're all connected one-on-one. When you're connected with your higher self, you connect to everyone. Okay, so I'm going to read. And also, as far as artwork and creativity, it's showing like there's something for everyone. Everyone's different, and there's something out there for everyone. Different tastes, different styles, different textures. Smooth and rough. Soft and strong. And the mantis comes off. I had listened to that too, that the mantis beings come off as more severe than some of the other ETs, but it's just their way. Don't bend over backwards. Look, don't bend over backwards to be what you're not. Just be who you are. And if you are someone who likes to bend backwards, and that was part of this, one of the SOAS releases, when you what did he do? I'm trying to remember what he did. Oh, lying on his stomach. Lying on your stomach, you bend your legs up and hold your feet with your hands. If you can hold that rocking pose, that was one of the SOAS release positions, but that was a different video. So there's lots of them online. You can check them out. But I'm going to read you these 2 cards before I forget. So we have 51 and 57. 51 is dream a little. The divine wants to bless you with inspiration, just as a lover would come to the door of the beloved with a spontaneous gift of flowers. So dream a little. Let your imagination wander and wonder. What if? What else could be? Breaking down the rigid walls of expectation. We talked about the walls. Don't put up walls. Just because something has been does not indicate that it must continue in the same way. So dream a little and receive your spiritual gift. This oracle brings you guidance. A spiritual gift of inspiration is on its way or has just recently been received. It isn't flight of fancy. It's a gift from the divine. Receive it and believe in new possibilities. The poem reads, from unexpected meetings, we talked and shared our lifetime, a gentle, peaceful, quiet time, reflected in our smile. We winged our way to distant places and walked along remembered faces of lives we knew, we lived sometime before. And like a bud about to flower, having reached its appointed hour, we watch ourselves begin to open in the warm touch of spring. Okay, and that's perfect timing, right? There's no mistake in that. And then we have the lovers. Yes, it's love. It drives you forward and pulls you back to your heart. It makes the mind mad with a misunderstanding and breaks it open into enlightened compassion. It is love. Your yearning heart shall have it. Your destiny is to be the lover of the beloved. This oracle brings you a message of love, love, love. It is finding you now. Be open to it in all its forms. Be the god and goddess of love and paint the town red. Play in passionate embrace with life as your lover and prepare to receive even more than what you believe you are capable of handling. And the poem reads, love is a magic word that holds the universe together. It is both an emotion and something ephemeral that lives like a fire's glow or the pink light on the clouds after the sun has set. It is alive and yet indefinable. It causes the heart to beat more rapidly, feelings to show, and young people to write, sing, dance, and become totally immersed in its hold. Love can beckon coyly or flaunt itself with wanton abandon. Love can live and grow seemingly forever or vanish in a fleeting moment when we least suspect. And in the twilight of our years, reflecting on the life we have lived, it is love which colors every turn and twist of our memory. And when we pass from this earthly plane, it will be love that will light our soul on its journey home. And I wanted to bring up too when they were talking about pink, the pink light, because the pink moon is also coming up. I forget, is that the April full moon? Because I was looking up the full moons yesterday. So the pink one's coming up, so that was significant coming up in this. Alright guys, be good to yourselves. Make sure you drink plenty of water and get as much rest as you can. Rise and be loved. Bye.